case you missed it, one of the biggest news stories out of Hollywood was the revelation that comedian Bill Burr and rock legend Billy Corgan, from the Smashing Pumpkins, well, the two of them were actually related, sharing the same father. Now, the two, they'd never actually met before. That is until Howie Mandel, he decided to sit them down on the same podcast. And the whole thing was very awkward. Now, there's been plenty of speculation if this was a prank, like when, Howie Mandel, he had Dana White walk off his podcast. That went mega viral, and the whole thing was staged. But this one with Bill and Billy, well, it was just so awkward to watch, and the facts and the research, it could be true. Now, the best part is that these boys, they were born a year apart, and they're both named Bill. That's why Bill Burr called his dad a fucking asshole. So I decided to look up who the father is for these two gentlemen, and I'll share those details a little later in this video. We also just got breaking news that Logan Paul and Jake Paul, they're set to fight on March 27th, so I'll update you on that. We got lots of celebrity influencer news here on Famous News. Wherever you're watching this video, be it TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, or YouTube, give us a follow. Let's get her done. So our top story is Bill Burr. This isn't a man who likes to mince words, and it was crystal clear on a recent episode of Howie Mandel Does Stuff podcast that the 56-year-old comedian, he had been blindsided and he wasn't happy about it. Now, Howie Mandel introduced an unexpected guest, none other than Smashing Pumpkins singer Billy Corgan, who's just a year older than Burr, and these two, they never met face-to-face before. And Corgan, he had already revealed to Howie on a podcast that he believes him and Bill Burr are actually brothers, stepbrothers. Take a look at the moment where Bill Burr realized what was happening, who his guest was going to be, and the guy didn't seem happy. He asked if they could edit this out.
Sit down.
You're an asshole.
Billy Corgan. Billy Corgan. Yeah. I'm an asshole? Yeah, I thought this would be great to bring a family together.
Now, Billy Corgan had already stirred the pot a year ago when he told a wild story about his stepmother. That Bill Burr might be an illegitimate child of Billy's father, William Corgan Sr. Now, Bill Burr hadn't acknowledged this, although he'd heard about it. He spoke about plenty of emails and messages, people asking for more details. The guy also probably has some issues growing up without a dad, but Howie Mandel didn't care. He decided to make a follow-up podcast and have this revealed in front of all of our eyes. So he called Howie Mandel an asshole, and Howie Mandel, who's pushing 70 now, you think he'd know better. Bill Burr continued to call Howie, an a-hole, and that he was doing this purely for ratings. Now, in case you're wondering, the man at the center of this story, William Corgan Sr., he was a blues guitarist who passed away in 2021, and he was really close with the Smashing Pumpkins singer, but not so close with Bill Burr. He even collaborated on Smashing Pumpkins projects, but apparently his days as a traveling musician, it left him planting seeds all over the United States. And some kids that he never bothered to keep in contact with, such as Bill Burr. He didn't really like the name Bill, though. No jokes, they flooded social media with one fan even joking, Bill Burr and Billy Corgan, the music comedy duo we never knew we needed. I'd buy a ticket to that show, would you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What I'm interested in is if Howie, having pulled this all off and it's in fact true, is he a jerk? Or is it fair game? It definitely sold tickets to get people to watch this podcast. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, a breaking news story I didn't script about, I just saw it pop up on my feed before I started filming this video. We got Logan Paul and Jake Paul. Now, Logan was set to be fighting Conor McGregor out in India, and the two were gonna make something like 250 mil. Now, they all met at the inauguration of Donald Trump, and something must have changed Logan's mind because now he wants to pick a fight with his little bro, Jake. Now, after Jake made a small fortune boxing against Mike Tyson, why don't we just keep the money in the family and we go head to head? They're saying this is a fight people have been waiting a decade to see. I don't know. I don't really care. To be honest, I don't watch these boxing matches. I think Jake will win because, that's what he's doing with his life, where Logan's doing a lot more, wrestling and marriage and children and prime, and Jake needs the W. In my opinion, I think it'll all be fixed, but who knows? Logan is the bigger boy. Let me know who you think will win, or if it'll all be staged in the comments down below. Another news story that caught my eye was Trump's order to declassify the assassination files on JFK, RFK, and MLK. Man, all these guys getting shot and they had acronyms with the K in it. Seems like a coinkydink, right? Well, Donald Trump has kicked off his second term with a bombshell executive order directing the release of thousands of classified documents about the assassination of John F. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy, and Martin Luther King Jr. Now, this move, it has reignited decades of conspiracy theories and promises to uncover long buried truths. I know everyone's always thinking the CIA was behind a few of these, an inside job. Well, we're finally going to get an answer. Now, the executive order requires the Director of National Intelligence and the Attorney General to draft a plan to release all remaining JFK records within 15 days, then RFK and MLK, well, another 45 days for those. And I believe it is Robert Kennedy Jr. who's going to be handed the information first, and then he can release it as he feels, which is pretty cool. You know what I mean? The two of them, they got into office together, and now they're really helping him get to the bottom of it. And can you imagine they're standing up for a country that's gone ahead and assassinated one of their fathers? Anyway, long gone are the days of everyone pointing the finger at Lee Harvey Oswald. I've long heard rumors about this guy, James Files. They're not rumors. This guy's literally sitting around trying to tell everyone, it was me, I did it. At least JFK. So maybe it'll be him, and then I'll have to do it before they're famous on that guy. Anyway, let's move on. What secrets do you think will be revealed? Please sound off in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. All right, now our fourth and final news story is about A$AP Rocky, who faces a trial amid high drama, with Rihanna being pulled into the spotlight, and the two of them wondering if he's gonna be behind bars alongside Diddy. A$AP Rocky could be facing up to 24 years behind bars and stands trial for allegedly shooting his former friend and collaborator, A$AP Rocky. Now, this was a heated argument that took place back in Hollywood in 2021, but there's some court footage. They're showing the two of them having an altercation. It looks like A$AP Rocky has a pistol in his hand. My God. I mean, A$AP Rocky, he sang one or two songs, got famous, and just stayed famous. You don't be going around shooting people. You already made it, and you did the least amount of work. He was just like the pretty boy of hip hop. Am I right? He also bagged the richest chick. Anyway, let's move on. The whole thing's playing out at a courthouse in LA, and prosecutors are accusing A$AP Rocky of assault with a firearm, citing claims that he shot at Relly during their altercation. Now, Rocky's defense attorney, Joe something, Tacopina, he insists the allegations are baseless and part of an extortion scheme. Now, there's a lot of evidence, a lot of video details. It's all playing out in a courtroom, which makes it public information. Let me tell you, it's not looking good. Anyway, A$AP Rocky, he's looking for 180 days in jail, 3 years of probation, but if convicted, he could face a maximum of 24 years. And him and Rihanna, they just had 2 kids. I mean, someone's got to raise those children, right? I mean, if it happened back in 2012, I get it. But 2021, in the middle of COVID, bro, you're famous. Don't be shooting people. What are you, Blueface? All right, guys, that concludes this episode of Famous News. My name is Michael McCrudden. I asked you a lot of questions in this video about Jake Paul, Logan Paul, about A$AP Rocky, did he do it? And Donald Trump releasing this information, as well as our top story of Billy Corgan and Bill Burr. Let me know some thoughts. Let's get a conversation going in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say about some of these stories. I'm gonna try to do a few more of these each and every week, so please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video. Boom!